Alright guys, what is going on? Oink here, and in today's video I'm going to be covering basically the information that we know and my thoughts and feelings on the GT6 Course Maker. Now, it's been quite talked about that there's going to be a brand new course creator mode in GT6. The gameplay you're seeing is of course from GT5 and its Course Maker, which a lot of people feel, and I think generally widely accepted, is pretty limited and really not quite what people would have wanted from a course maker. It's possible that some of you guys may never have used the course maker at all. It's kind of like an understated feature. It's not really used much or talked about much, so yeah, the video you'll be seeing is just playing around with the course maker. It's pretty limited in that you can't actually really decide what the track is like. You're basically given a set number of parameters, so you know, X number of sections, 2 to 7, that's going to be generally speaking the length of the track, the weather and time progression of the track in terms of general, and then in each individual section you can change things like the complexity, corner sharpness, road width, and corner camber, and that's pretty much it. But it's, you know, it's very strange when you change the complexity or the sharpness, like it completely changes the rest of the track and all sorts of things like that, and it's really, you don't get that much control over what it's like. And it's basically just like a random generator that you have like a small amount of customizability within. And definitely people will kind of, yeah, generally it's considered that it's not a very good course maker. It's cool in that there's effectively infinite possibilities for tracks. You can always just generate more tracks. And that's, you know, it's a cool idea, no doubt about it. And I'm sure people can appreciate that in principle it's a really nice idea, but really badly implemented in GT5. Once you've done creating your course, you can like regenerate different tracks, and you can have different themes on the track. So this is the Toscana custom one, the Toscana tarmac one, I mean, and then you can basically go and test it. You test drive it with a couple of cars, and then you can come back out and keep editing if you want, or you can save the tracks. It's cool that you can share them and things like that, but I mean, generally speaking, I don't see that happening too much. Anyway, yeah, so GT6 Course Maker. So far we know a few details. First of all, that there's the area region of Andalusia, which is like an area, I believe, in Italy, where they're allowing you to use that space as a customization like area. So whether it's you can like use the streets in the towns in the area, or it's like the countryside, again, those details aren't quite sure. But we know that the region is like one of the regions. So like we got Toscana here, we'll have Andalusia in GT6, so that's one of the regions. And there's been various things now confirmed, one of which is that the actual feature itself may not actually be present in the game on release. It's one of the features that they're saying is possibly not going to be ready for release, basically. So when the game comes out, it may not actually like be available, basically. The statement, I think, was that they would, if that's the case, that they may do like a few like Polyphony Digital's like own custom tracks that they made using the course maker, and they'll be in the game, so we can kind of get a taste of what the tracks might be like. And then maybe a few months down the line, or a few weeks down the line, I don't know, no one's to say yet, then we'll actually be given the tool ourselves and we can go and make the track. So that's the first kind of a crucial bit of information, is that it may not be out in release. Secondly, that there is going to be a much broader allowance in terms of customization and really being able to lay out our own tracks. A lot of this information, by the way, is coming from an interview which I'll link in the description, so if you want to have a read, be sure to do that. But yes, he's basically confirmed that there is going to be a broad, you know, it's going to allow you to lay your tracks in a much more custom way, and in a way that you choose effectively. That seems to be what they're saying it's going to be like. The area, this has been something that's been talked about and there's been a little confusion over. So originally they said that it was, the area that was going to be customizable was like 100 by 100 kilometers. So you've got this absolutely massive, like 100 by 100, so effectively that's like 10,000, I believe, square kilometers. which is just absolutely ridiculously big. And then they've kind of gone back, they've been like, actually it might be 50 by 50, and now I believe the area, the latest update is that it's more likely to be 20 by 20, but as Kazunori Yamauchi said, that even that is massive. Like, the area, the box in which the Nürburgring track in GT5 is used is a 5 by 5 kilometer squared, like, grid, so 20 by 20 is still massive, but again, so that's another thing that we know. So like, basically we've got this big area, more customizability, potentially more characteristic areas, like I said with Andalucia, but basically the premise is it may not be there for the start. So there's just a few bits of information and, you know, some of my thoughts and things like that. So let me know what you think of the Course Maker, whether you enjoy GT5 Course Maker, whether you plan on making courses in GT6, all of that good stuff. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys later.